Federal government urges labor to settle for what will not cause mass retrenchment. Can you imagine? What is mass retrenchment here now? We're talking about uh, uh, minimum wage that will make sense for everybody, and it's saying they should be careful so they don't agree on something that will cause mass retrenchment. Is that an issue? Hmm? The life as it is today, is it good for anybody? So what is it that will be good that will not cause mass retrenchment? Because the union is asking for 250,000 naira minimum wage, and you are saying 62,000. So what are we talking about here now? Hmm? So how much is good enough that will not cause mass retrenchment? That is the question. Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has urged organized labor to settle for a national minimum wage that will not undermine the national economy and lead to mass retrenchment of workers. So in a statement, Rabiu Ibrahim, Special Assistant Media to the Minister of Information and National Orientation, said Idris made the appeal while declaring open the 2024 Synod of the Charismatic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria in Abuja on Wednesday, emphasizing the need for a realistic and sustainable wage system that balances workers' needs with the country's economic realities. So he acknowledged the government's commitment to reviewing the minimum wage, but cautioned against demands that will harm the economy. How much will harm the economy? The one that are stealing as politicians will not harm the economy, Abi. So the one you are going to pay the workers is what to harm the economy. But the one you are stealing does not harm the economy. Yeah, we hear you. So Idris highlighted the government's effort to reduce the cost of living and increase Nigerians' purchasing power through programs like the presidential CNG initiative, which aims to cut transportation costs by 50%. Where is it now? The CNG buses, where are they? See, they mentioned it. We've not seen those buses anywhere around in this country. So I don't understand. Where are the buses, the CNG buses? Who knows the status? Since last time they said they went to look at what is his name? Inosis Motor in Newi. Till then, we've not heard anything again. So he said, I have repeatedly said the federal government is not opposed to the increase of wages for Nigerian workers, but we keep on advocating for a realistic and sustainable wage system for the workers, a wage system that will not undermine the economy, lead to mass retrenchment of workers, and jeopardize the welfare of about 200 million Nigerians. What is jeopardized over 200 million Nigerians? Even when they say minimum wage is 30,000, they refuse to pay. So a lot of state government refuse to pay. So that is just my concern. So it's not about whether they can pay or not, because if they are determined to pay, they will pay. But in this country, they don't want to pay. That is not the problem. So now, even when minimum wage of 30,000, they refuse to pay. Meanwhile, states like Edo State under Obaseki was paying 40,000. And now Obaseki has increased to 70,000 is paying. So the thing here is that I don't want to hear a situation where they go into that 250,000, they say, yes, we told them we're not able to pay, because even at 30,000, they're not paying. The simple reason is that they refuse to pay. They are more concerned with what they are looting and stealing rather than what they are going to pay to the workers. That is just the problem. So they are making their own profit to their pocket, which is what they will steal away from the government treasury. Is what they want. That is it. Yeah. So it will also come as efforts to reduce the cost of living and to ensure that more money stays in the pockets of Nigerians. And this is where programs like the Presidential CNG initiative come in. By replacing or complementing petrol usage with CNG, that program alone will cut transportation costs by as much as 50%. But where are we on it? 250 million Nigerians. The country is just too large for you to start something skeletally and think you make impact like that. I don't understand. The minister appealed to the clergy to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's vision for Nigeria's renaissance and to pray for wisdom and guidance as the country navigates its current challenges. Indeed, the church throughout our nation's history has been a steadfast partner to the government in championing social causes and the provision of essential social services such as hospitals and schools, as well as the inculcation of values in our citizens. So even as we go through the temporary but necessary hardship, the president is not resting on his oars. He is determined to ensure that as many relief and palliative measures as possible are rolled out for the benefit of every segment of the Nigerian population. The question I'm asking is it palliative that Nigerians need? Improve the economy, make it productive, improve the value of the naira. The people are ready to do their own thing. Not all this palliative that is half-baked and does not go around to everybody. Nigeria don't need all this palliative. This is what kind of palliative Nigerians need. Now, this is where you, as clergy, as deeply respected religious leaders and influential voices, come in. As a government, we need your support, your advice, and your feedback. So very importantly, also, we need you to be aware of the efforts being made and the challenges being faced so that you can help us communicate this to your congregations and the general public. So when it is time to lie to the people, you know how to talk to clergymen so that they can help you lie to the people, Abi. Wow. Noting that President Tinubu stepped into power at the most challenging time for Nigeria, Idris said that the president is working assiduously to ensure sustainable development across the country. He said there is no doubt in anyone's mind that Mr. President stepped up with a great sense of courage and responsibility. So in the last year, he has been implementing crucial and comprehensive reforms aimed at steering our country back into the path of growth, prosperity and sustainable development. President Tinubu has never shied away from acknowledging the reality of these pains. So in his Democracy Day address delivered to the nation just this morning, President Tinubu summed it up very aptly. The reforms we have initiated are intended to create a stronger, better foundation for future growth. There is no doubt the reforms have occasioned hardship, yet they are necessary repairs required to fix the economy over the long run so that everyone has access to economic opportunity, fair pay, and compensation for his endeavor and labor. Indeed, as a nation, we are enduring short-term sacrifice for long-term benefit. We are inspired by the bigger picture of Nigeria where no one is left behind. So he hinted that his ministry would collaborate with the clergymen in the implementation of the National Orientation Programs, the National Values Charter. So let me therefore say that the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation will very enthusiastically collaborate with the Charismatic Bishops Conference as we implement our flagship National Orientation Program. So the National Values Charter, which seeks to ingrain enduring values and morals in the hearts and minds of our citizens, he said. So he stressed that President Tinubu has availed himself creditably in the implementation of the goals of his renewed hope agenda as Nigerians have continued to witness incremental successes in the various sectors of our economy. Which successes? Haven't seen any success now. People are suffering. I'm talking about successes. The president has worked very hard to stabilize the economy through the withdrawal of an unsustainable fuel subsidy and the unification of the foreign exchange market as pivotal steps towards the redirecting funds to creating sectors like, or critical sectors like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. He said, all these are English. You have not seen the effect. You have not seen any result. So earlier, the national president of the Charismatic Bishop Conference, Archbishop Leonard Bature Kawas, pledged the unalloyed loyalty and support to the administration of President Tinubu, stressing that they would continue to partner with the government to achieve its vision for Nigeria. He clarified that they invited the minister, who is a Muslim, to declare their conference open because they see in him a detribalized Nigerian who harbors to religious differences, who harbors no religious differences. So Archbishop Kawas said the conference is being attended by bishops from the 36 states of the Federation and 21 countries. Can you imagine? So what we're asking for is which minimum wage is it that will not cause retrenchment? They have not told us anything here. Okay? As always, the Honorable Minister, sir, the cost of governance is the problem and not the civil servants, please. Looking at the National Assembly, okay, we're collecting as a take-home plus allowances compared to what a civil servant collects monthly and even per annum. Even the presidency should cut their workforce and reduce the governance cost from all angles. Look at the judiciary. Their salary was increased by 300%, and there's no job loss. It is only civil servants would be problem. Look at the SUVs bought for National Assembly and other expenses. The minister isn't seeing all those ones as expenses, right? That is the problem. He's not seeing anything. You have said it all. The problem of Nigeria is the leaders, not the led, allocating money to themselves and wishing the civil servants dead. We'll not fear that too, but we'll follow in it. You will run from Nigeria. Can you imagine? Those stupid leaders, that's what they are. The thing is very bad. So thank you for listening. Let's have a comment. That is what the federal government is saying through the Minister of National Orientation, Minister of Information and National Orientation, that the union should, or rather the labor union should agree on a minimum wage that will not cause retrenchment. What kind of retrenchment and what minimum wage, they haven't explained it. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment.